What's up, basketball fans? Today, we're diving deep into one of the NBA's biggest contract stories, Luka Dončić's upcoming extension with the Los Angeles Lakers. The clock is ticking, and Luka's decision will shape not just his future, but the future of the Lakers franchise. How long will he commit? How much money will he take? And what does this mean for the team's championship hopes? Stick around, because we're breaking down all the contract options on the table, what they mean for Luka, the Lakers, and the entire league. Make sure to hit that like button if you love NBA content. Subscribe for more breaking news and deep dives. And don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Luka will stay long-term or keep his options open? Let's get into it. Luka Dončić, one of the most electrifying players in the NBA, has only been with the Lakers for a few months, but things are already heating up behind the scenes. Right now, Luka is technically signed through the end of the 2025 to 2026 season. After that, he has a player option, which means he could decide whether to stay or test free agency. But August 2nd marks a key date. The extend and trade restrictions that have limited what Luka can earn with the Lakers expire. This means Luka can finally sign a contract extension to lock himself in with the purple and gold. The question is, how long will that deal be? And how much money will it guarantee him? Here's the catch. When Luka was with the Dallas Mavericks, the expectation was that he'd sign a supermax deal, a 5-year extension paying him 35% of the salary cap. But with the Lakers, that's no longer an option. Why? Because to be eligible for a supermax, you need to be drafted or traded to your current team during your first 4 years in the league. Luka joined the Lakers after those years, so his max is limited to 30% of the cap for the first year of the deal. Plus, the extension can only be for 4 years, not 5. So Luka's options are limited, but he's still set to make a lot of money. The real question is how he'll balance money, flexibility, and team commitment. Let's break down the 3 most likely contract structures Luka could sign this offseason. Option 1, the 1+1. This would mean Luka commits to just 1 additional year with the Lakers, the 2026-27 season, with a player option for 2027-28. Here's what that looks like salary-wise. 2025-26, around $46 million, current contract. 2026-27, about $49.6 million. 2027-28, player option, roughly $53.6 million. That totals around $149 million over those 3 years. Why would Luka choose this? Flexibility. He's only been in LA a short time, and this contract keeps his options open. If things don't pan out, or if he wants to explore a trade or free agency, he can. Plus, both Giannis Antetokounmpo and Nikola Jokic, 2 of the other biggest stars in the league, are set to hit free agency in 2027. Luka might want the freedom to chase a potential superstar partnership either elsewhere or right here in LA. This contract also gives the Lakers some roster-building flexibility. If the team needs to save cap space or bring in key players, Luka's player option could help adjust his salary to fit those moves. That said, this option feels like the least likely. Luka seems invested in LA. He's actively involved in recruiting teammates like Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, and he's clearly invested in the team's future. Option 2, the 2+1. This contract adds an extra guaranteed year before the player option, so it covers 3 guaranteed years and then 1 optional year. Salary would look like this: 2025 26, $46 million. Current, 2026, 27, $49.6 million. 2027, 28, $53.6 million. 2028, 29, player option, $57.6 million, totaling roughly $207 million. This is the smart balance between money and flexibility. Here's why. Luka currently has 7 years of NBA experience. If he waits until he hits 10 years, which would be after these 3 new guaranteed seasons, he becomes eligible for a higher max, 35% of the cap, instead of 30%. That means when he hits free agency after the 10th year, he can potentially sign a much bigger deal. This approach lets Luka get paid well now, while positioning himself to cash in big when he hits his prime years at age 29. And it gives the Lakers a solid 3 years of control, with Luka at a relative bargain, huge for building a championship contender. Option 3, the 3+1. This is the long-term security play. Luka signs for 4 guaranteed years, plus a player option for a 5th. Salary here, 2025 to 26, $46 million. 2026 to 27, $49.6 million. 2027 to 28, $53.6 million. 2028 to 29, $57.6 million. 2029-30, player option, $61.5 million. That's a whopping $268 million total. Why pick this? It's about financial security. Luka guarantees himself a massive payday now, protecting against injury or any unforeseen decline. No player is invincible, and locking in over $250 million over the next 4 or 5 years is a solid insurance policy. The downside? This deal would limit his flexibility. Once locked in long-term, Luka loses leverage in trade talks or free agency. Unlike Damian Lillard, who got stuck in Portland with limited control, Luka would be tied to the Lakers for the foreseeable future. But, and this is key, Luka is in Los Angeles. The Lakers are a prime destination for stars. They have a winning history, market appeal, and cap space to build around him. Leaving LA isn't as tempting as leaving Portland was for Lillard. Signing long-term sends a strong message to future stars that Luka is here for the long haul. Powerful recruiting leverage. Reports have already surfaced suggesting Luka is leaning toward a 4-year extension, the 3+1 structure we just talked about. This aligns with his agent's negotiations and his personal commitment to the team. Luka is also set to play for Serbia at Eurobasket this summer, and is expected back in the States after August 4th. Signing the extension will likely be one of the first things he does when he returns. There was some buzz about a $229 million deal, though recent salary cap projections put that closer to $222 million, because the cap growth estimate dropped from 10% to 7%. Still, that's an enormous contract. Given Luka's standing as arguably the 4th best player in the world, he can afford to take this longer deal with the Lakers. It shows his belief in the team, maximizes his guaranteed earnings, and helps attract more stars to LA. This isn't just about Luka's money or length of stay. It's about the Lakers' championship window. If Luka locks in for the longer term, the Lakers have a superstar cornerstone to build around. That boosts their chances to bring in more all-stars, role players, and coaches ready to win. If Luka opts for more flexibility, the Lakers risk losing him down the road or getting less value in a trade. Plus, the NBA landscape is changing fast. Giannis, Jokic, and others are moving or could move soon. Luka's decision will shape who teams chase, how the Lakers position themselves, and even influence other star players' moves. So, what do you think? Will Luka sign that 3+1 deal and commit long-term to the Lakers? Or will he take a shorter contract to keep his options open? Drop your predictions and opinions in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe for more NBA insights, and share this video with your basketball crew. Stay tuned for more updates as this story develops. Luka's next move could change the NBA landscape forever. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.